We may be in a better position here. It seems like we've got the experience in this side of the game already. Spurs really need to break into that part of the tournament to really announce themselves. So yeah, there may be a real difference there, you'll see, when both sides are in an attacking position, clinicality-wise.
And the one thing that was interesting is, though, in the earlier game here on pitch 2, Stellenbosch played the afternoon game, Aston Villa played the morning game, but of course it was Stellenbosch who won that despite less recovery time. But we're getting set for the last preparations. It's been a fantastic tournament so far. The Premier League Next Generation Cup, of course, not only organised by the Premier League, but also the Reliance Foundation Sports. And they have touched the lives of over 22 million young people since 2013 across the country, from over 13,000 schools and colleges, enabling opportunities for talented children anywhere to be able to achieve their dream of a career in sport. And a tournament like this showcases that more than anything. So it's fantastic from the Reliance Foundation Sports as well as the Premier League for putting it on. It's such a fantastic collaboration to try and develop the football in India and South Africa, with Stellenbosch also joining the competition. And of course for the English sides in the Premier League, it's a big thing for them. We've seen players play in this competition, specifically George Earthy of West Ham, the winners West Ham in 2022. He has gone on to make Premier League appearances, score in the Premier League, play in the Europa League, which some of these Tottenham players would like to be doing, of course, maybe at some point this season, with Spurs being in the Europa League. And you never know, it's under 19 levels, but you always see one or two academy players make those first team appearances, don't you?
No, of course, and I was just chatting to some players before the match, just down beneath us from the gantry, and they were saying some of these players are 16 and 17, and you look at the current Spurs squad, who are obviously travelling in Southeast Asia, I think just leaving Tokyo, South Korea now, and they've got 16-year-olds. They've got a player called Mikey Moore, and I'm sure some of these lads have played with him. Some of the older lads maybe at 19, so they may even be talking to him whilst he's out there following his journey and thinking, he's probably played in this tournament before. I'm here. Can I fill his boots? And that's also going to reflect also on the Indian teams, on the South African sides. Well, they're 16 years old. They're playing in Premier League sides. Well, why can't we be doing this? We're showing them that we can do it in England. We're playing against their players. So why not?
And the way that the international sides have competed in this competition so far shows that they are very much capable. Particularly, we saw yesterday against Tottenham with the win for Stellenbosch, who also beat Aston Villa this morning here on pitch 2, as the officials just calling over the players as we're about to see the walkouts for our second game of the second day in the Premier League Next Generation Cup. After this one, we're halfway through already. It's flown by, hasn't it? It's been some tournament so far, and the great thing is that even though both these sides did lose on the opening day, they can still get themselves to that final on Sunday at the Loughborough University Stadium. A 4 p.m. kickoff local time. That's one. But it's one last team talk for Punjab FC. How determined do you think they will be to make sure this competition isn't about the taking part, but trying to get to that final on Sunday? Of course, they know they'll have to win today.
Well, obviously, it's always important just to be here. I think it's a massive achievement for the Indian sides, especially considering they had to qualify out of 47 sides, and Punjab finished first of all sides. East Bengal second, and their other team, Mutut, were thirds. So I'm sure they're feeling confident and wanting to show, well, we were first for a reason. None of the sides yet, apart from Mutut, have got a point on the board yet, because they managed to win their penalties earlier. But Punjab are even thinking a point would be so incredible just to take into the third day. You want to finish as high as possible. You don't want to be second, you don't want to be third, you obviously want to be first, but no one wants to be bottom of that table. I mean, there's pride at stake as much as anything else here. So the trophy's one thing, and I'm sure every single one of these players has got their eye on each individual accolades.
And just before kickoff, there will be a minute of silence after the news that broke yesterday about the passing of Shakespeare who is involved with some of the clubs who are taking part in this competition. So here we go. After the handshakes, we are set and ready for kickoff.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a bit more composure today to Tottenham than there was yesterday. Punjab FC don't press with the same intensity as Stellenbosch do either, so that might help them settle into the game.
So let's take you through the lineups, and we'll start off with Spurs. Bear in mind, this is the whole squad, and it's likely that all of them will be involved with the roll-on, roll-off substitutions. Dante Orr, for example, came on at right back plenty of times yesterday afternoon. Samuel Archer, one of the goalkeepers. Charlie Warren, the other Spurs goalkeeper within the side. And of course, a big bench for Tottenham. They've filled out the squad and the maximum amount of players that they can bring to this tournament, and I wonder if that will play to advantage. And then for Punjab, their lineup and their squad for the Next Generation Cup. It, of course, contains two goal scorers in Dodum and Kipyen, the number 7 and number 10, who I'm sure will be looking for more goals here against Spurs. A slightly smaller bench from Punjab FC compared to Tottenham, which might play a slight disadvantage in terms of the substitution system in this competition. But there is their squad looking to take on and get points against Tottenham.
A lot of changes to this Spurs side from yesterday. Perhaps that is the recovery. The problem of playing so soon and such little time between two matches. You hear complaints about it all the time in the bigger leagues, and we're not used to this heat in the UK. Like the Premier League season isn't, and nor are these club seasons during the summer. So I'm sure they will need to rotate a lot, and a lot of people and players will be getting a lot of experience off the bench, and it will do each of these individuals, both sides, a lot of good to have experience starting and coming off the bench, trying themselves in different scenarios.
And I'm sure it's great for the coaches as well, because they've got a chance to see more players overall within such big squads that have been taken to this competition. As it is Spurs who are set and ready to get us underway for match day 2 for both these sides in the Premier League Next Generation Cup. Spurs in their change strip this afternoon in the turquoise. And straight away it goes towards Dante Orr. And we saw yesterday from Spurs, they were always happy to keep the ball, sometimes within their own half. They like to keep it on the ground. It's their way of playing all the way up to first team level really these days. And I'm sure that will be a theme here this afternoon again. As Upson moves it along the line. And back with Upson.
It's good to see that Oliver Dexter still has the confidence of the coaches despite the unfortunate own goal yesterday against Stellenbosch.
At the moment it seems like he's occupying a slightly more central role. He was mainly on the left yesterday. As always going to play that first ball in behind for Tottenham. Elliot Paris did well to deliver. And the move not done there, that's for sure. Spurs do well to move it on out wide. Looking to create their first chance, but it's a fantastic challenge in there from Singh. Here's Logan. And that's a nice ball around the outside, and Tottenham could be in early on here with the low ball across. And to be honest, it could have gone anywhere. Punjab able to get it clear.
Good last-ditch defending there from Punjab, you're right. But they're sitting off really deep here, and Tottenham are going to relish that if it continues to go such a way. The wingers in Spurs, both left and right, you've got Thompson on one end, on the left, in fact. He's a really quick, graceful player. He likes the ball at his feet. He'll try and be his man, and he's already done that now once or twice, so it's a bit concerning for Punjab FC already. You've also got Oliver Dexter picking up spaces already centrally, making those runs. Dexter Oliver, sorry.
Here's Dante Orr. Back with the fullback. Upson finding Logan now for Spurs. Byron. Upson for Orr. It's those kinds of risky passes that might put Tottenham in trouble as it's unleashed early, but the flag is up against Tottenham. A goal scorer in the first game for Punjab, but just a little too eager with his run early doors here.
Always looked like he was going to be offside, but you have to play the pass first time. That's when the time is there, the space is there. It was the right decision from the man who played the pass, but Tottenham had to be more alert and try and stay onside.
That time it was almost Punjab's chance to make the error. Spurs unable to capitalise, but a couple of errors on the back lines of both sides in these early situations. First Spurs giving the ball away, and then Punjab there in dangerous areas.
Of course, no, it's just quick thinking from the Tottenham front players. They're pouncing on all the heavy touches. I'm sure that's what the coach would have told them to do. Post-match yesterday, I think they were a bit slow when the opposition made a few errors. So today he's thinking, be on your feet a bit more, be on your toes.
A little too much pressure on Dante Orr for the referee's liking. Spurs free kick.
I'm not sure Orr wanted that free kick. I think he was content with the goal kick.
Go against it, hey! Go against it!
Byron switching out to the near side. So the early signs from Spurs is that they are fairly comfortable having the possession within their own half. Whether or not Punjab decide to press.
I wonder if Logan's going to enjoy playing in this much more central defensive position today. He really enjoyed playing on the left flank when he managed to make those overlapping runs, I feel like, and he was solid as well in his defensive efforts. Perhaps that's what encouraged the manager to play him in centre half. I'm not too sure, but it'll be interesting to see how he adapts to the role.
Durden works it around the outside. It's well kept in play by Singh. And here he is again. Dante Orr doing his defensive work efficiently for Spurs. Logan. And I guess that's one great thing for an academy player, if you can play further out wide, for example, with Logan at fullback / wing back, or move into a more centre-back role. It shows how versatile you are. And when there's such limited chances to get a first-team appearance, it's great when you do have that versatility, as Logan has, and plenty other players within both Spurs and Punjab do have.
Certainly, you want to find their best position. That's what these games especially are all about, because they're competitive yet friendly. I mean, it's the perfect blend, isn't it? where they're experiencing the same type of environment, yet without as much on the line. Also seeing how they can face against different opposition. It's just a brilliant opportunity overall for these young players.
Well, you could hear on the near side that the Spurs coach definitely enjoyed the way they were playing. A little swifter and a little further forward. And they've won themselves the free kick now on the near side.
Yeah, Suhail just getting a bit frustrated because Punjab can't get on the ball at all here.
And they might just be causing their own problems. It was important goalkeeping in there from Deshwal to claim. Otherwise, there might have been a good opportunity there for Munkert.
Yeah, he had a good starting position, very close to the 18-yard box line there, but he did well to keep it in and claim it within his remit.
And that was a fantastic pass, and one where Warren had to be alert, and he's put himself under pressure.
Yeah, no, a bit fortunate there from the goalkeeper, Warren.
Logan.
Of course, Warren brought in for Archer, who had a superb game yesterday. With that, especially with that double save, that neither of us could quite believe. I don't think the strikers of Stellenbosch could believe either. But Warren's got some big shoes to fill today. And can't be making mistakes like that, especially when they're only on a single point.
His oar. That was a nice ball to the edge of the area. Punjab are quick to close these gaps for Tottenham as they work it out wide. All goes central. It was a nice idea. We could see the intentions there of Harvey Byron.
Yeah, Dexter made a really good run from deep. We're talking about him playing in that more central attacking position. He knew when to make the run. He was off the back of the defender, so he was completely blindsided by it. And yeah, no, Munkert tried what he could with the pass, just slightly overhit. There is a little breeze now though, so the players now have to factor that in because they haven't experienced that much. And that's a really crunching tackle. You can see there's intensity, a tempo now. Spurs want to bring, just like they were on the other end of yesterday.
It's not only the international teams that can learn something from the Premier League teams, it's the Premier League teams that can learn something from the international sides, as you mentioned, with Spurs picking up where Stellenbosch left off against them yesterday afternoon. This is Logan. Upson now for Tottenham.
Punjab very set in their 5-3-2 formation as well. They're not really wavering whatsoever. Those two strikers are completely isolated from their midfield. They were having to drop so deep to fill that space and clog those gaps that would otherwise be left for Spurs to exploit. So it must be a really irritating first 8-9 minutes for those strikers. And of course, the one opportunity they got was offside.
Like this too, as Tottenham was in behind, but again, the flag swift to go up against the number 7 of Punjab.
Oh, I'm sorry to jinx it. But no, at least he's making those runs. That's the important thing for Dodom. Just keep making the runs. Try your hardest. Eventually one will come off. And at the end of the game, it's a team effort. So both the pass and the run have to be timed to perfection.
Dante Orr. Well, we have a chance now to see what Punjab are made of on the ball. That was seen well by Upson.
What the 5 does allow Punjab to do is it allows them to cover both the space in the middle of the park and on the width. So they're constantly marking the wide players that Spurs tried using so much against Stellenbosch. So it may be the best way to nullify this team, but is it the best way for them to get a goal themselves?
Which, of course, if they want to make Sunday's final, they know they will have to get at some point within the 50 minutes. 10 now gone. That was nicely worked by Tottenham. And it's that kind of football which might just spark some gaps.
Not wanting that to go out of play, did he? The goalkeeper there, Deshval. You'd expect more urgency though.
Logan moves it on out wide for Tottenham, who at the moment are probably finding this a little more comfortable than what they faced against Stellenbosch yesterday.
But still no goal. That's what matters. That's what matters here, Tyler. But look, they're going to keep exploring the spaces.
They're looking for a goal here to change that, and there might be a chance for Dante Orr. And it's not the execution he would have wanted. It's set up so nicely for the fullback, and perhaps he's just shown maybe why he is a fullback and not one of those attacking players.
Yeah, rash there with that chance. I mean, he gets slightly fortunate that it does fall to him of all players on that pitch. I can't imagine that was the intention, but the ball was just so good that it was inevitably falling to one of the Spurs players. And yeah, Orr just couldn't get his foot really around it.
Here's Dodum. Punjab, this is the most advanced they've been for a little while. Logan again. Spurs edging slowly further and further forward. But when they do want to keep it along the ground and sometimes within their back four, it means they'll have to play it swiftly to try and open up some gaps. They might have an opportunity to do so here as Logan can bring it forward.
Well, that's why he's been put as centre-back, isn't he? He's got that speed. Maybe they did watch back some of Punjab's game yesterday because, as a lot of the viewers would know, Singh and Dodum, two very quick players, and they're going to need that speed, and Upson's got long legs himself.
In the end, it was just too much from Dexter Oliver. Punjab looking to come away with it. Singh, fantastic ball out towards this near side. Referee says no foul and Tottenham can continue.
Good refereeing that, just letting the game flow, doesn't want to give anything unnecessarily, wants the game to flow, doesn't want to add too much time either with the stop clock rule.
Kipken looking to drive on forward for Punjab. Singh plays it back. Well, that switch was on just in front of us again. They've taken the slow route to get it towards the number 11, Sahel. Wasn't the touch he would have wanted. Dante Orr. He has just stayed down. Punjab are going to continue. And now Tottenham with a chance to break forward through Dexter Oliver. Dante Orr is now back on his feet for Spurs, as Oliver's going on and on here for Tottenham. So far, Punjab have just about done enough defensively, particularly with those last-ditch challenges. to stop Spurs from anything really dangerous.
Dexter Oliver looks like a man on a mission today, really on a mission of redemption after his own goal to put his sides at a deficit of 3 points in what they could have earned.
But Dodum's held his run this time, and he's in behind the Tottenham defence as he rolls it across the face, but there was no real runner in there.
Dodum has done excellently there. He's managed to reach the ball, beating his man in his run. He's put an excellent, superb ball in. Just there aren't enough men up the pitch, and that might be the fall, or downfall at least, of this Punjab side if they can't break this formation. They need to have a bit more dynamism when playing.
Here's Logan. Byron now for Tottenham, moving it along towards Orr. Here's the captain, Shabank.
That's better from Orr, because he's just been a bit lackadaisical maybe with his tracking back, a bit late with it all. But that was good of him, reading the danger early this time, not reacting.
Good defensive work that time from the attacker from Punjab, Sahel. But Punjab do give it away, and it's in a dangerous area. Tottenham looking to pounce. The captain doing his defensive duties. Looking to bring the side in orange away as well. Oliver.
Pranvir's doing a lot of the back there for Punjab, making a lot of the tackles and a lot of necessary tackles, because they're allowing themselves to drop so deep into their own box that any miss-time challenge, any foot that's left out could easily invite a penalty. So he's got to be really, really careful in the way he approaches these Spurs players.
That's a nice ball in behind, and this could be a chance now for Tottenham. There's the low ball across, there's the chance, and there's the first goal for Tottenham in the Premier League Next Generation Cup 2024. It's taken them to the second match day to find that goal, but it was one of quality, a fantastic team move, and one finished off by Ronnie Munker, and it's Spurs who take the lead.
He didn't start last game, but he started this one, and he started it with a blanc. Just look at that strike, he wasn't messing about. Straight into the top corner, he knew what he wanted to do with that ball as soon as it came at his feet. Pure power, and he's rifled that beautifully past the goalkeeper. I mean, the poor man only just got down to his knees once the ball was nestling at the back of the net, but look at the teammates just going to him to applaud him, congratulate him, because that's a really big goal for himself and the team, and they've worked that as a team.
And it's not a bad time as well, because it's right in time for the drinks break, understandably so. We had this yesterday, we're having it again today in the heat here in Birmingham. Midway through the first half, and we'll see it again midway through the second half. There will be just a water break for both sides, but what a time to score, almost the perfect time to score for Tottenham to put themselves in front against Punjab.
And it was down that left flank where they've looked so dangerous. There's been so much space down the right. I mean, Maitaj is keeping that space available, keeping that option available for his midfielders if they ever do want to play it out to him. But it's Thompson this time who just takes initiative. He plays the ball in, he plays neat 1-2s around the corner flag, and they just can't keep up with him, Punjab. It was unfortunate defensively. They maybe need to be a bit more on their toes, a bit more ready for those popping passes, those bounce passes that we see so often in the Premier League to disorganise their opposition. And Punjab have fallen victim to a typical English football tactic. But you learn from this. They learn against Aston Villa different lessons. They'll learn a lesson here, and who knows, they see the effect of it has upon them. Maybe they bring it back to India themselves.
So Punjab set to get us back underway again after conceding and after the water break. And let's see how the side from India can respond. Tor able to win his header, and Tottenham again coming back from an offside position there for Punjab.
Yeah, he really needs to watch the line because he's such a weapon for this Punjab side, but if he's nullifying himself by playing into the hands of Tottenham's offside trap, then he's just wasting his potential. He's wasting his option as a striker at this club in such a big game.
Tottenham could be in again. That's a fine save, a strong stop from Deshval.
Yeah, that'll make him feel good about himself. Got it away from danger, but Spurs, they obviously still have this chance to really capitalise on the momentum they've built from that goal.
It's Upson for Tottenham. Or and Tottenham know now that they can afford to play this patient kind of approach with the lead. As Warren finds Logan. This is Upson now for Spurs. He will change things up and go more direct. And not quite kept in play by Maitaj.
No, the wind wasn't in their favour there, Spurs. It's just blowing now in their direction against the Punjab players. So those more direct passes, they're going to have to be very delicately played by this back line. Upson this time it was. But no, really good signs from Spurs to think on their feet, really. Okay, maybe a bit against the grain, a bit against the coach's instructions, but look, it will always pay off. There's a high line being played here by Punjab.
Waiting on 18, waiting on 18.
Punjab have just made a change, one of what will be many throughout the game. Albert's just come on. Back it goes towards Deshval. Not quite the kick out he would have wanted for Punjab.
No, they need to get out of their half. They need some possession. They seem too comfortable allowing Spurs to have the ball. But it's with the ball where they're most dangerous.
There's the ball out wide for Tottenham. Fantastic piece of skill too, who again are causing trouble down that left side. And again, this is where Punjab can create chances themselves on the break. Tottenham was just free on that near side as soon as Punjab picked it up, but he wasn't spotted.
Yeah, no, they need to get that pass played earlier when Orr is out of position, as he so often has been. But Dodum knows it. It's just whether his team can match him in that wavelength. But still early days, Dodum's always going to be playing in that pocket of space where he knows is always free. And Upson needs to remain vigilant as well, because it seems like he's the man doing a job on Dodum right now.
Angora finding Logan. That was another strong challenge, and here come Punjab now. Dodum on the ball. Just slows things down, waiting for support. It was a nice take in the centre. Punjab will get the free kick.
Yeah, he just caught him late there. But that is a lot better from Punjab. The first time we've actually seen them keep the ball at their feet. They didn't have to go direct with every pass here. Dodum did well to hold up the ball when he did make that breaking run. And it's got his team now free kick in a promising position in terms of maintaining possession and maybe, just maybe, working it into the box at some time.
It's a fairly central free kick, which doesn't make things easy for Punjab. And that's why they have played it short. It's not quite the initial outcome they would have wanted. However, I think they'll take that free kick now in a position further out wide. Or did the referee let it go?
No, the quick free kick may have been to their detriment here, Tyler.
As Tottenham coming forward themselves now. And Tottenham winning a free kick themselves now in a dangerous position. Good work from Elliot Paris.
Yeah, visible frustration, though, across the camp of Punjab FC. You can't be giving those balls away like that so cheaply from your own free kick. Everyone's got to be on the same wavelength when you're playing that quick free kick. When they're not expecting it, something like that happens, and Paris was anticipating it from the very second the ball was kicked. This is a much better position for a free kick. And it's Tottenham's turn.
So Byron standing over it for Spurs, looking to double the advantage. Flash towards the back post, importantly, headed away.
That's brave defending, and I don't think the ref spotted. And now he has, thankfully, by the Punjab players drawing attention to the issue. The medics are going to be on, hopefully, quite swiftly. But it was a collision from that cross, from the free kick, and it looks painful.
Pramveer, who's down for Punjab.
It's a good clearance, though. It's a really good clearance from the defender. He was sandwiched himself between two forwards. It tends to be the other way around when you see a side defending a set piece. But no, he stood his ground. He's a tall man. He's really important when it comes to set plays and aerial duels for Punjab, who lack a bit of height when it comes to this little bit of a mismatch between the two sides. But more reason for them to try and compete when the ball's on the floor. They don't necessarily need it to be in the air. They don't want to make it awkward for Spurs. They want to play their own game. Just because Spurs may be familiar with that system doesn't mean that Punjab can't outplay them as well. They've played in very high quality games before, especially in their qualifying. And this is how they played, I'm sure, when qualifying to make the Next Generation Cup. And I'm sure the fans at home as well want to see that type of football that they enjoyed.
So we will continue with the drop ball to Warren. Upson now for Tottenham. Finding Dante Orr. And Logan's just put his goalkeeper under a little bit of pressure, and you could see the coach of Punjab just urging his players forward. Despite a slight error, look how confident he is again to receive the ball in a dangerous situation with no goalkeeper behind him, of course, inside his own penalty area.
So much better from Punjab, though. Look at that. Look where they're forcing Tottenham now to be. They don't want to be there when they're in possession of the ball. That's where Punjab want to be when they're defending, though.
Oh, no, and Warren there, again put under pressure. It was another nervy moment, that from the Tottenham goalkeeper.
Yeah, not as confident as Archer was yesterday with the ball at his feet, Warren. Something maybe he'll have to get used to a bit more as the game goes on, because they are going to have a lot of possession.
Yeah, that's a late challenge on Warren. And that's where the goalkeeper turns brave, and that's where we're going to see the first yellow card of the game, and I think it is a fair one for the captain of Punjab, Shabong.
Yeah, the referee took his time with that decision, but there was no need to dive into the tackle. Sometimes you say, oh, it was a 50-50, entitled, both of them. But no, Shabong, I think it was quite late of him. It was more a desperate attempt to put the goalkeeper off, who earlier showed signs of a bit of wariness on the ball, and tried unsettling him. But no, credit to Warren there. Got the little mistake out of his mind very quickly.
And there's a mistake from Punjab, and Tottenham looking to pounce, but a fantastic challenge in there from Singh to deny the opportunity in the pass forward.
Goal-saving interception. They're good from Spurs. Again, capitalising on these mistakes that Punjab are making quite deep in their own half, emphasising more why they need to get this ball up as soon as they can at their own feet.
Aaron gives it away for Tottenham. Punjab this time wanting to enjoy the possession, and they've worked it nicely within their own half. Probably the best we've seen of them so far. As there's the attempt from a long way out, and it's come off the top of the crossbar from the captain. Almost a cracking goal. Shabong with the effort, and Shabong so close for Punjab.
Hand on heads sort of moment there, and heart in mouth for Warren. Caught off his line there, he thought he was safe, but that was just tipping at the last minute from Shabong. A really, really good strike from the lads. But he's got to pick his head up now, try and get into more shooting positions, as he's shown he can be delicate with a little finesse, and that's what they might need when the moments do fall to them, and they've shown they can make the chances too. Maybe this gives them that confidence, Tyler, that they do need.
And Tottenham there wanting to take the quick free kick. A fantastic idea, but the ball was rolling, otherwise they would have been in for a second goal, Spurs.
That's how quickly a game of football can change as well. Spurs immediately on the front foot from their goal kick. Punjab probably resetting and probably getting themselves back into the mindset of defence after experiencing such a rare attack. Probably got a bit overexcited, but they have to remember they are playing two types of football here, and they have to be able to switch between the two as quickly as possible when you're against such a fluid side as Spurs.
Here's Upson. Byron for Logan. Now it's with Dante Orr.
The referee was forced to make the decision there by the player going overseeing, but he did well. Sometimes you just need to buy those free kicks, relieve a bit of pressure and get your team up the pitch.
Well, that's been left by everyone in the Tottenham defence, and Tottenham was almost able to pounce. The only one really that stayed alert to the situation was Logan, and importantly so, because it was the last piece of defending needed from Tottenham in this first half.
Not the way they wanted to end that half either, I don't think, for Spurs. They've been so resolute in their defensive work so far. They played that high line, catching the main man for Punjab FC, Dodem, offside on multiple occasions. This time they just fell asleep. I don't know, it was an awkward ball, perhaps quite at a low level, but you've got to do better there. Or bit out of position, left here, unsure. Upson, bit unsure as well, bit unsteady when he tried raising his almost knee to the ball. But Logan, as you say, always alert. But unfortunately here, Punjab weren't alert to the danger, and it allowed for Tottenham to get their opening goal in this game, in their first goal of the tournament too, coming in their second match. Maybe the penalties helping them improve their finishing and their confidence, because this was a brilliant strike from around about the penalty spots. Maybe they're best 12 yards away from goal, Tyler, but they want to be creating more of those chances, because they have been quite rare as well, and they're very much going to allow Punjab back into this game if they don't take it to them a bit more, move that ball a bit quicker like we saw up until the goal. And it seems like a theme of this tournament so far, of the matches we've watched, of a 1-0 victory. Getting a bit more comfortable in that 1-0 win, you feel comfortable in the ball then, or in the shape you hold, as it was for Stellenbosch earlier.
It definitely makes things more interesting with these, as you say, 1-0 scorelines that we're seeing quite a lot. Even though it's not plenty of goals, it keeps the games interesting throughout all 50 minutes, plus, of course, the plenty of stoppages. And that's probably why the table's also been so close, and why still, for every team, there is a chance to make it to the final on Sunday. But at the moment, it's advantage Tottenham in this game. Half-time score is Spurs 1, Punjab 0. And what do we need to see from Punjab in the second 25 minutes to try and get themselves back on track and really have to turn things around, not just find a leveller?
Very true, but that's the brilliant thing about this. you've got the 1 point from penalty still available, 1 from this game. Tottenham only 1 point ahead of them. But the most important part about this game right now is that 1-0 scoreline for both sides. And Punjab, on their behalf, they need to get that at least 1 goal to boost their confidence, because we've seen what it's done to them when they get one opportunity to maybe shoot, get a pass even in and around the box. It just lifts their spirits a little bit, but it also knocks their concentration. So they're needing to find a balance, I think, in this second half of, well, we know we can break our defensive shape and make our way up the pitch, potentially into a shooting position, which they know they need to do now with this 1-0 deficit. But also, we know we need to reset and really track back. And I hope it's not a fitness problem for the team, if that is why they're a bit reluctant to play both ends of the pitch.
And at the moment, it looks like fitness may be a problem for both these sides, not just Punjab, because all the players, well, they're looking tired, that's for sure, all sitting down to our left and to our right. But of course, that's the advantage of the roll-on, roll-off substitution system, and one I'm sure both sides will utilise in the second half.
No, certainly, excuse me. No, certainly. And they've got to take a bit of inspiration from the fact they've hit the crossbar. All right, from an audacious and unconventional attempt. Nevertheless, it's nearly a goal as well. It wasn't as if keeper saw it, had it covered, all of that. No, Warren was worried. So they're showing that they can make the chances. They can even take a shot. They feel confident enough to take a shot from an ambitious range. But you need to do more of that then. I think it's just more of what they've shown less of. Because it's not like they've been completely dull in all areas of the park. They've been good defensively, only conceding the 1. And that's down to a tremendous defensive work as well, from especially the back 3. In particular as well, number 4, who's Pramvir, of course, and Singh as well, doing his fair share.
And a good sign is that there has been glimpses of opportunities to start counter-attacks for Punjab, as Tottenham particularly has been the man making the runs, but making them too early on plenty of occasions. But if they can get that right for the second half, how vital might that be for Punjab?
Oh, totally. I mean, you saw it, he scored a goal last game, and it's from similar situations. Perhaps he wasn't used to such a high line that is being played by Tottenham. Maybe Villa sat back a little bit more, but you've got to adjust to your opposition, and you've got to do it as soon as you can in these matches where every touch of the ball is so crucial and can mean so much. You've got to make the most of the passes, of the touches they're getting, especially when they have so few. It's not enough to be making that run. It's not enough to be maybe getting on the end of a long ball. You've got to do something with it. There's got to be that end product for Punjab. Spurs, again, similar situation for them, having a lot of the ball, which may be the difference, but they're not having it in that final third where they want it to be. They need to be a bit more astute, a bit more tactful when in those positions.
But the thing is, I guess, for Tottenham, now that they do have the lead, is that at some point in this game, and probably quite early, because Punjab are going to need 2 goals in this second half, realistically, if they want to make the final, they're going to press up at Spurs. That's going to create more gaps, and it's either going to lead to 2 things: Spurs giving the ball away and Punjab scoring, or Spurs exploiting those gaps and potentially getting themselves a second.
Certainly. And we saw yesterday Spurs struggled with the press, and in fact we saw it today. Punjab did it rarely, but they did it on 2 or 3 occasions, and Spurs lost the ball. So Punjab need to hassle these players because they seem slightly uncomfortable when there's a lot of pressure on them, especially around the back. And Warren, he does look a little bit vulnerable in goal, and I'm not sure if that's something the coaches will pick up on, because if you're going to continue playing this passing style of football out from the back, you need to be able to rely on your goalkeeper, and they haven't looked like they're able to so far.
Well, the tactics board is definitely up from Punjab to our left. A good group of the players have gathered around the coach, and they all seem very concentrated, that's for sure. So there might just be a different approach from the Indian side in this second 25. Spurs are just making their way back out onto the field now, which means we might already be set for the second 25 minutes in this one coming up shortly. And what's going to be interesting, that's for sure, with such a narrow scoreline, Spurs currently with that 1-0 advantage.
Yeah, ponderous faces throughout the 25 minutes on the bench of Punjab FC, and that's probably what they're now telling their players in this short team huddle before they have to get back out on the pitch and get those 2 goals, as you're saying, Tyler, not just the one. What do you reckon he is saying?
Well, it definitely looks a tactical thing, the way they're all looking at that tactics board, and I'm sure it's just going to be they have to press higher at some point. They can't allow Tottenham the time on the ball, because Tottenham, they only need to boss the ball to keep it at 1-0, really.
Yeah, no, you're right, and Tottenham are comfortable with that if you're not pressing them. And I'm sure that exactly is what the coach is saying. I reckon they were probably in a more fortunate position as well than Stellenbosch were in the first game, because they've seen how Tottenham like to play as well in this tournament in particular, and it's difficult to change tactics in a system of football within the space of less than 24 hours, which Spurs have encountered between yesterday and today. So they had time now to assess how to play against Tottenham as well, just overnight, but they haven't made that count.
So it will be Punjab who get us underway for the second half. Tottenham standing over the ball as the Indian side looking to get their first points on the board. They've got an opportunity here in the next 25 minutes or so, and of course an opportunity with the penalty shootout after. But full focused on the next 25 as we are underway now. And Spurs are the side who are pressing up high at the beginning of this second half, and they're quick to win things back again. This is Elliot Paris trying to work a ball in behind. Surrounded in the end.
Superb tracking back though. They know their positions, but they are just swarming around these players when they are in and around their penalty box. But Punjab need to be doing this further up the pitch. You can't just do it near your own box. That's not where you're going to score a goal, unless it is a worldie, of course.
Albert plays it out wide for Punjab. They've worked it nicely in the centre. This is Singh playing it backwards.
It's the direct approach that's lost them the ball though, Tyler.
Here's Elliot Paris now for Tottenham. 2 players around him. Down he goes, but it was a fair challenge. He's desperate for that free kick, and it's ended up going the other way to Punjab.
There's a lot of frustration currently just down on the Tottenham bench after that decision, and Paris looks in some discomfort after that, and he seemed to take a little bit of a kicking whilst he was on the floor. Perhaps the thinking of the referee was, well, it could be obstruction. I'm not too sure there, but Punjab have got the free kick here and they won't be complaining about that, but they need to keep possession. Good signs for Tottenham though, getting up the pitch very quickly.
That's what Punjab are doing now with the long ball forward from their own half. Spurs back on it once more. That won't last. Might be an opportunity now inside the penalty area. Can Tottenham get their shot away? It took a deflection, and in the end into the gloves of Deshwal.
Yeah, Singh there getting in crucially at the last moment. That's some last-ditch tackling from Punjab FC, and we'll probably see a little bit more of that as the game goes on, because they're going to look a little bit more open in their 5-3-2 formation.
Elliot Paris. Oliver was making the run. Importantly intercepted. It was important defending to get there first from a Spurs point of view.
Yeah, it's all now tracking back. Again, caught out of position, but he does his job in the end, and that's, I'm sure, what the coach cares about the most. when he's out of position, he's offering that offensive outlet. It's a really difficult role to play for the young man, but best to teach them young, hey Tyler?
That's what it's all about at academy level, that's for sure, as Warren moves it over towards Upson.
Lots of spaces in the middle of the park, you just see, which Tottenham can just easily pick apart. But Dodum and his friend Shabong both doing their work closer up the pitch to prevent these passes into the middle.
Punjab able to win it in the Tottenham half. Able to win themselves the free kick then after.
Yeah, Paris has to be careful here because I think he's a bit annoyed about the decision he didn't get, and he can't just be letting his head go, and he can't be able to go at the referee either when decisions don't go his way.
Punjab making their way forward. Kipchen playing it out wide. And then playing it backwards towards Singh. Really well worked this from Punjab. They want the free kick. They're going to get the free kick, and it's in a good position this for the Indian side. There's going to be a yellow card as well for Bangura.
A couple of disciplinary issues now. Just eking in to the Tottenham game. I mean, he's tried going shoulder to shoulder there, but he's just not come off for Bangura. And he's conceded a free kick and got himself a yellow card, which is quite dangerous along this right-hand side because Shabong's been really threatening, and obviously the one who's had the biggest chance of them all. So yeah, now something to think about perhaps for Stuart Lewis, the Tottenham manager, and perhaps a new avenue of attack as well for Punjab.
So Kipchen will deliver, but it's way too close to the Tottenham goalkeeper Warren, who was comfortable to claim.
It's a wasteful chance there.
Upson, look at the space now on this near side for Thompson, who's found. Bangura making the overlapping run. Thompson looking to go alone for now. And there's a shot from a long way out. Bangura thought about pressing after the deflection. Punjab back on the ball. Bangura able to win it back for Spurs. Here's Logan. Warren. Logan now. Punjab able to win it back, and let's see what they can do with this. There's the early ball in behind Logan there to pick up the pieces for Tottenham. Otherwise Kipchen would have been in.
They know what they want to do with the ball, Punjab, and that's probably what's so frustrating for them. They just can't execute that final pass. It's either the offside or it's a too heavy a pass, a heavy touch, whatever it may be. It's just lacking in that final third for them because they're doing their defensive work perfectly, shutting out Tottenham when they do get to the peripheries of their box and into the danger zones. But Tottenham being the makers of their own problems.
Logan. Nice turn in the centre that from Moncur, the goal scorer. And Thompson. He did do well after the initial stumble.
Yeah, it was a frustrating stop to the attack though, because it was really smooth and quick.
They might not be done there, Spurs. It was important defending, and that might have bounced back off the Tottenham man. It did, and it's going to be a goal kick to Punjab.
But the signs are there. I'll keep saying it, the signs are there for Tottenham. You just have to keep going with this style of play because eventually you wear your team down. You saw how tired Punjab did look at the break, and they need to start maybe making a bit more use of the roll-on, roll-off system if their team's starting to tire.
Especially as they're going to have to start pressing at some point, and Spurs will be happy to keep the possession. They're in no rush to get a second, that's for sure.
Certainly, the longer this plays out in such a way, the happier Spurs are going to be and the more it benefits them. So yeah, Punjab definitely need to change their shape, change their style, make some sort of difference to offer a different type of challenge and surprise Tottenham, perhaps, in this game.
Kipchen doing well to keep it for Punjab and getting his goalkeeper Deshval involved. Singh moving it out wide.
Another wayward pass there by Punjab, by Kinjang in particular, and being at the heart of that midfield. All right, brilliant pressing there, but you've got to get those key passes right to really get out of your own box, get out of your own half. Perhaps a bit fortunate there again from Spurs, just over-eager there from Doden. And it happens. If you don't see enough of the ball, you try and make it happen for yourself. But you've just got to be patient.
This is Thompson. Thompson is the low ball in, but it's too close to Deshval. He's quick to release.
Good from Thompson there. Quick feet, silky.
Punjab winning themselves the free kick.
It was a good ball, that, as well. Just a shame no one could really get across the front post quickly enough. But yeah, Thompson really leading this attack of Tottenham whenever he gets the ball. Perhaps they can mix it up, try the right-hand side for once.
Singh did well under pressure there until the pass, though. And now Tottenham looking to pounce, but Singh able to make amends. Kipchen moving it out wide. Singh. Kipchen once more. Nice feet to lay off towards Dodham. It's just about stayed alive, this for Punjab. Not the pass they would have wanted to end it all, though. Perhaps a bit too casual, that from Orr. And there's going to be a shot here from Punjab, which forces the save from Warren to deny Shabong.
Yeah, watched it well, Warren. Long-range effort, but at least they're getting shots away now, and they're getting into the right sort of areas. You saw that. They got a bit of confidence, a bit of a buzz when they managed to start passing the ball around the top half of the pitch, and it enables them to press higher up the pitch. You can tell they do not want to leave this shape. So if they move up as a team, or if one player moves up, the team has to move up.
Logan for Spurs.
Tottenham are ready to get this attack underway. 5 of their men are just playing on the shoulders of the defence.
So they've worked it down the right now, Spurs. Wanting the free kick, getting the free kick.
They won't mind this. Keep it in these sorts of areas. Keep winning some more offensive free kicks. Whatever it may be, keep it away from our goal. Warren, though, coming up to save them a little bit when they were slow to close down their opponents.
So it's Harry Byron who will deliver for Spurs, looking for a second goal and to get themselves firmly in control on match day 2. There's too much on the free kick, and Punjab would definitely take that.
Tottenham's turn this time to hit too heavier delivery. Perhaps complacency just slipping out of this game a little bit.
Thompson's not giving up and trying to win it back high up for Spurs, helped up by Bangura, but too much pressure for the referee's liking.
A lot of decisions going against Tottenham, it may feel, for the English side, but the Indian team, Punjab, are doing really well just to win these. free kicks when they need to, just to break up play. You can see, Tyler, there's a lot of football IQ amongst the Indian sides. They're just really struggling, perhaps on the pitches as well. They're not used to how quickly the ball may move. As we say, completely different conditions, completely different pitches and facilities that some of these players haven't used before.
And there is going to be another water break here, meaning we are midway through the second half. And it's another quick opportunity for both managers really to have a word with their players, because there's still so much at stake for both these teams. As Spurs are preparing some changes, quite a few changes as well when we do get going again, to get some fresh legs in there in this heat. But for now, the water break will take place with Spurs still 1-0 up since the first half, since just before the water break in the first half.
Well, the 1-0 scoreline still keeps it interesting. Both teams are still in it, and there's everything to play for. Both teams obviously lost their first game. Just an important reminder there, and I'm sure that's playing on the minds of both sides as well. It's more so Punjab now, as they're staring down the barrel of another defeat in this tournament. Come so far as well, coming first in the qualifiers and then making the long trip all the way down to England. You don't want to leave empty-handed at all. You want to have something to take home and show your friends, show your family, show the senior players at your club as well. Look what we can do. Because it's not just about necessarily making it into Europe for some of these players. They've still got very esteemed domestic leagues that are growing, and these players are the future of them.
Well, Spurs are definitely set and ready to go early, even earlier than the officials, that's for sure.
Well, everyone needs a drink, Tyler.
As Punjab taking their time. They've got to get this right, haven't they, Punjab, if they want to make Sunday's final, because they're going to need 2 goals in the last 12.5 minutes.
They're going to need every single point that's available to them, Tyler, and that will be 8. But 3 of them are coming down to the next 12.5 or so minutes. So yeah, these are telling times for the Indian sides. But you never know in a game of football, do you? You need the space of 2 minutes, a minute. We all see games tip in stoppage time. It's when the legs get tired. That's when the real surprises and the upsets happen. And if Punjab have conserved their energy through the way they're playing and kept only a 1-0 deficit, perhaps they're going to sting Spurs if they perhaps tire and fatigue as the game goes on, as they look for their next goal.
And they're looking for it here and venturing forward. They have made a lot of changes, including this man on the ball now. Adewale moving it out wide, finding Thompson. Byron able to keep it second time round. Thompson now. And it is a lot more aggressive, this press from Punjab. They know it has to be. But Logan is still free.
They need to remember, move as a team though. Don't allow 1 or 2 players to be drawn out of position like it looks like to have happened here.
As that's going to create some gaps and create opportunities like this for Tottenham, as they are clinical with it. Ellis Lehane played in behind, cool with the finish and doubling the Tottenham advantage at a key time. It was just as Punjab were starting to press up high at Spurs, but they get themselves a second and they are now firmly in control.
3 substitutes combining here, all at different positions, all having different roles to play, but it starts off with Adewale, who's brilliant in driving forward just slightly. Then it's Williams Barnett, who thinks, okay, I see the space, I'm going to take initiative, and to get his head up whilst running is a real skill to have at such a young age, at only 19. And he's done superbly to pick out the pass as well, not just get his head up. The weighting is perfect, and we've seen it a bit in this game. The teams have struggled to find that weight of pass, to find the correct pass at times. And all you can ask of your striker, Tyler, is to put the ball in the back of the net. And Nahane did it with a single touch, his first touch of the match. So that just shows how ready he was to come onto this pitch.
And I think we're going to see another yellow card here. This time for Singh of Punjab.
Can't let their heads go here. Punjab, they need to stay in this match for as long as possible. Time is still there to turn this around, but they cannot let Tottenham keep getting into these areas, especially with the spring in their step they have now.
Well, with how close the table is in terms of points, I wonder if goal difference might end up playing its part. And that's where Spurs will be pushing on for a third, perhaps, here from this free kick.
Set plays haven't been their friend so far in this tournament, but maybe they can turn their fortunes around.
So it's the one-man wall from Punjab. Spurs ready to deliver. Looking for 2 goals in quick succession. As they've changed the taker, and it's close towards that top corner. It's an important touch under pressure, that from Deshwal. Really good goalkeeping for Punjab.
Good goalkeeping, strong in there. Nahane, when he challenged the goalkeeper, and he is down, but yeah, just watching this back, it's a really awkward one because I don't think he's expecting it to be almost an attempted shot, and it's dropped just on top of him. The wind's definitely helped though, I think, keep that out because it's just slowed it down in the air.
So Tottenham with another corner. It's a dangerous looking ball. It's not cleared initially. Adewale. And Thompson's going to have a swing as it slowly rolled, but rolled on wide.
If anyone deserves a goal, it is Thompson. For all his attacking efforts, it's been gallant so far in this match. He didn't get much opportunity in the first though. So I'm sure he's telling his boss, Lewis Stewart, well, pick me for the third match. I can get us to that final.
There are going to be some substitutions now for Punjab.
They're looking a bit calmer now to our right in the Tottenham camp, but they're also readying their own changes.
And I wonder how much thought at this stage of the game goes into the penalty shootout, because Spurs, if they do win this now with the 2-goal lead, they will still likely need to get the extra point as well if they want to get to the final from the penalty shootout.
No, certainly that one bonus point is so crucial in a tournament like this, and that's what it's meant to be as well. Completely change the course and route to the final, and that's why both sides of each team's game have to be spot on. You can't rely on one nor the other, and Stellenbosch are one to know that. 2 wins but 2 losses now, also in the penalty shootouts.
So Logan is to make way. His job done for the day. Byfield coming on to replace him. Byfield was impressive against Stellenbosch yesterday, as also Beggs is going to be coming on for Spurs.
Had a good game, Beggs, I thought, in their 1-0 loss. So he's probably just coming in to shore up that midfield. As we suspect, Punjab are going to start pressing a little bit more. They've even changed their formation, playing 3 behind the 1 attacker now.
They were almost able to win it back straight away. So here is the substitute, Beggs, playing it out wide. There might just be a chance now to venture forward. That's swiftly cut out by Spurs.
There is a clear plan here though from Punjab, and they came to this city, Birmingham, with that plan.
Adewale. The latest of the Tottenham goal scorers just dispossessed there. Singh laying it off and getting it back again. A challenge from Beggs. This is Thompson. Byfield. Thompson. Beggs. Really patient, this from Spurs. And quite slick too with their passing. Not really with their dribbling in the end on that far side. It's Punjab looking to break away down the other end. Sahel still going on here. He's got an option on this near side. Adewale was seeking the danger and dealing with it.
Well, this time it's just too weak a pass. But that's cool though, out of the back from Singh. They're just not on the same wavelength, Tyler. And it really is now getting down to the wire for these players. Interesting to see Doden to be the one brought off as well, but here they come.
So there's a low ball across the face of goal. It's a vital interception right at the last. I believe it was Upson for Tottenham.
Alert to the danger. Doing his job perfectly, and he must be one of the tired players on that pitch because he's played every minute so far. You can see Warren in your picture trying to do all he can to keep the ball in play, but he couldn't do so. Now he has to defend a corner.
Taken by Shavong towards the near post, and he's going to have a second opportunity to do so.
Hopefully it'll be better than the first. This needs to be at least beating the first man in such crucial times. The legs are tired, Tyler. The captain has done a lot of running.
This time they go for the short approach. That's not a bad ball in from Punjab. They were able to win the contact, but it just wasn't the contact they would have wanted as it rolls into the gloves of Warren. Adewale.
See, that's the composure that's been missing. Adewale just walking past his opponent.
That was nicely worked from Punjab, looking to break forward on the left. The throw is won there by Suhail. He will get it again out wide here. And he's going to win inside the corner. And they're just edging forward, aren't they?
No, 100%, and that's a lot better. But why is it taken until the 45th minute or so, when really time is so scarce, to start putting a bit more?
There's the chance for Punjab, and it's probably the best chance they've had all afternoon. Not the contact right at the last from Singh, and Warren able to claim again.
Well, I paused there because they nearly put enough to get that goal. Just lost sight of the ball there and ducked at the wrong time, just missing the header. Unfortunately for him, and Thompson wants to get his name in the score sheet because he's just trying to make run after run after run as soon as his teammate's on the ball.
Adewale, great control from the number 9 and the goal scorer for Tottenham. Antayor was making that overlapping run. His teammate dispossessed. Singh playing it out wide. It almost opened up for Suhail. Singh. And back with Suhail now. A little bit of room for the number 11. Singh once more. That's a nice take. He's going to have a go for goal. But it's straight down the throat of Warren and a comfortable save for the Tottenham goalkeeper.
It's been the story, I think, for the attacks on the most part for Punjab. You see a little gap from 20 or so yards out and you strike the ball. It's all they've really managed to get. It's been scraps for the Indian sides in this match.
And I think the Tottenham number 9, Lehane, has probably just showed why he's a striker, not just because of the goal he scored, but because of the challenge we've just seen there. It's going to put him in the referee's book. Not the best challenge from the number 9, that.
No, a bit dangerous, that one. A bit dangerous, that one. It was not the most necessary of challenges. He may be a bit eager to win the ball back, wanting his second. Maybe making a bid for the top scorer of the tournament. Now he's got a bit more confidence.
Hardy's just come on for Tottenham at centre half.
Just like Punjab have been today, the Tottenham's strike force were quite starved of opportunities in their last match, so I'm sure he understands the frustrations of Dodum and the likes in this game.
Beggs playing it back towards Hardy, straight involved in the action for Tottenham. Warren now. Singh picking up the pieces for Punjab. Sahil playing it forward. Singh once more. And Sahil now. And Singh, he's going to have a go from a long way out. This time forcing a dive from Warren as he was still able to claim for Tottenham.
Better strike, but still from a long way out. I think they're losing patience here, Punjab FC, and that's one thing they can't afford to do. But this is an incredible press, but it does create a big danger on the break. But not when you've got players like that in your defence.
Here's Adewale for Tottenham. Beggs under pressure, cool under it. Not the second time though, and now here come Punjab looking for one back late on. They've reworked it back out wide again with Sahil. And a really good challenge that from Thompson doing his defensive duties, but Warren almost put under pressure. Able to deal with it coolly. As now there's a big chance to break away for Tottenham, as it's James who leads this charge. It's 4-on-1 for the moment. Can James get his head up? It looks like he's going to go alone as he cuts it back. There's the chance, and there is the goal for Spurs. It looked like it might have been overplayed for a moment from James, but he was able to find Lehane, who's at the double, and Tottenham get number 3. And it's going to be 3 points too for Spurs.
Yeah, and it might be a bit too little too late now as Doam's coming on for a brief spell, maybe to just get a goal, but the manager wasn't to know that Tottenham would turn the temperature up in this game right at the end. James looked like he'd run it almost too tight an angle, but he's done really well there to claw it back into play. And Lehane's jogging on the spot, licking his lips as he knows if he's in the right position at the right time. He's getting goal number 2 of his time in this tournament, but also goal number 3 for Tottenham. So yeah, that's put the game to bed, I reckon, for Tottenham now. But Punjab could still get that 1 point in the penalty shootouts.
They get us back underway into the last few knockings here of the open play on match day 2. Of course, still a penalty shootout to come, which is vital for both these sides, more so really for Spurs, despite winning, because they've got a chance to get another point on the board after defeat in the game itself yesterday. At the moment, they're looking for more. They're looking for number 4, as this is James, and important header back, and Tottenham will get a corner.
Don't know if the audience caught that, but that was a deep gasp from me as I thought the player turned it to his own net there, Singh. But no, it was really, really good defensive work there. He didn't know who was behind him, so the only option he had was to get that out of play, and he really did do well to get out of the danger zone. Had to think on his feet and use his head.
So Williams Barnett to take the Tottenham corner. Hunting for a 4th. James almost rose highest there for Spurs. It will be the Punjab goal kick.
He's been a nuisance for Punjab since coming on. Both him and Thompson really, really good today, and Punjab just haven't been able to handle them when they've been on the ball. 2 creators as well in this match.
Deshpal is just going to get it up the field here. Up to that halfway line, Spurs win the initial contact. Singh going back to his goalkeeper Deshpal once more.
first we've seen all game, and he's been out an opportunity, but a brilliant
Thompson
back from the Everton
taking it down, looking to burst around the outside.
right back position. He was the player that, of course, had that
Such quick feet under pressure as he gets it back again. Hardy and Byfield looking for Thompson. We'll give it a good chase here for Spurs.
You'd think Punjab would be pressing every single ball in that centre circle area region, but they aren't. They're just sitting off there, waiting almost for the knockdown, the second ball, the heavy touch, and they don't have time to do that anymore. Goal difference now is key for them, and they can't afford to be conceding anymore, nor can they afford to give up the opportunity to score. And you need the ball to do so, but Tottenham looks so comfortable now with some of their more experienced and seasoned players, I feel, on the pitch.
They've won themselves a free kick, and is the referee going to go to his pocket again? He is. A yellow card this time for Sahil. And Lehane would definitely want to get himself back up for this, because he's now, of course, on a hat-trick. And it might just be his last chance to try and get it after the delivery from Tottenham, if they decide to go direct.
Definitely, that was a painful one for Lehane to take, so understandable. He stayed on the floor for a little while there, but glad to see him back on his feet. You don't want to be injured in a 4-day competition, do you? You want to be on that pitch as much as possible. It's where you prove yourself, isn't it, Tyler? That's what the competition's for. Rising stars.
Deshval will throw it out towards Pramvir.
Beggs in the middle again, just sweeping up. You think maybe the substitutions were forward thinking, perhaps by Lewis Stewart in his last round, just bringing on to warm up some of the players for game 3, giving them a bit of time and energy in the second game towards the end, and also just shoring up the victory, or at least that's what's transpired.
Feeney battling hard right until the end for Tottenham. And this is James, who created the second Spurs goal, now looking to create a potential fourth. There's the ball to the penalty area, and a good piece of defending right at the last, that from Singh.
Singh's done that a couple times now in the last 2-3 minutes, and it's worrying signs because it's so late on, and if Spurs are having these chances rather than Punjab, well, no more chances. It seems going to happen within this 50 minutes.
Well, Tottenham will certainly take that after opening day defeat. They've responded in style with the 3-goal victory against Punjab, and they've kept their dreams alive of that final on Sunday. It was Moncur who opened the scoring for Spurs in the first half, and then a double from the substitute Lehane to make the final score. Spurs 3, Punjab 0. But of course, stay tuned, because there is still a penalty shootout to come, and a massive penalty shootout to come, because if Spurs can pick up another point here, then they are well within their rights to making Sunday's final. But let's have a look at what's given them such a great opportunity. Talk us through this, Ollie.
Well, goal number 1, and it's a simple ball over the top, and this is what Dodum couldn't quite do for his side, time his run correctly, but that is exactly what the Spurs winger did in this move, and he managed to find the pass as well, which, again, so difficult it appeared to be, but they did it to perfection here, Spurs, and finding the space as well in the box, never easy, but it was the movement, just pulling away from the defender. And goal 2 here, this came from the substitutions. That burst of energy that they had to bring to a tiring and lethargic sides in the shape of Punjab FC. Adewole, brilliant, picking up the pieces. Williams, Barnett driving, and the captain just couldn't keep up with him. And no one seemed to spot the run of Lehane. Despite 3 centre-backs, no one could mark him. And he's loving it. He's loving that type of game for himself. And this, again, just coming in, only want to react after James's long run down the right-hand side. And he managed just about to beat Singh, who'd done so well on so many other occasions to keep Tottenham out of the box. But Lehane is thanking him immediately after that. He knew he did all the hard work. But Lehane showing classical and traditional striker instincts to finish that one off, more so than even the first, as he was able just to pull away from the 3 or 4 men of Punjab FC in that box and managed to actually generate a power behind a strike when the ball was quite behind him. So although close range, although looking simple to the naked eye, still an impressive goal for Lehane to get in this game.
Well, he's going to have, we'd imagine, one more chance to find the back of the net still this afternoon, as the penalty shootout is to come.
Do you count that as a hat-trick, Tyler?
I think he will, if he is to score from the spot, if he is to take a penalty. Officially, not so sure.
Everyone matters, I guess. Everyone matters. Each goal's an individual accolade. And that's what these Punjab FC players now are playing for. They want to at least score a goal on these pristine pitches for their side. They want to do themselves proud now in the next step of this competition, which is the penalty shootout against Tottenham Hotspur.
But first, the referees just need to organise who will be taking first in the shootout. And at the moment, it looks like the man we've been talking about, the man of the moment for Spurs, is going to be stepping up first.
Well, Archer did so well in the first penalty shootout. Is Warren able to perform the same heroics? A lot of pressure on the young goalkeeper.
Do you think that puts more pressure on him that his teammate did so well in the last penalty shootout, or inspires him perhaps?
I wish I knew. I wish I knew. I can only imagine it motivates and inspires at the same time there.
So Lehane to step up first for Tottenham from the shootouts, as he almost is denied, just about finds the corner. It's Tottenham who go into the lead, and well, we were speaking about this before, Lehane, who might just want a hat-trick after finding the net for the 3rd time today.
Yeah, that was really close, and I've said it before, I think it's precision that beats the goalkeeper, who just seemed a little bit tentative to stretch his arms there, and perhaps a bit too late there in trying to do so. And unfortunately, he's conceded the first goal of the penalty shootouts.
So Singh looking to respond, and he's missed the target. And Punjab have a massive disadvantage now after just one kick, as they strike wide, and all of a sudden advantage Tottenham straight away.
Brave of the defender to decide to take the first penalty kick, and the pressure was only mounted by obviously Lehane scoring the first goal of the shootout, and unfortunately he's missed that. It's gone wide of the target, and you never want to see that. You never want to do that as a player. You've always got to hit the target at least. I'm sure Warren was very happy about that one.
Here goes Adewale, and as cool as you like from the more defensive player, didn't seem like it there, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way and putting Tottenham into a 2-goal lead for now in the shootout.
Well, it's all smiles now for Adewale, and why wouldn't it be? He's put his team in a really promising position here, but it's so important now that Albert puts this in the back of the net. Otherwise, Punjab FC could be in real trouble, and Warren's doing all he can to put the player off there. He's just going from side to side in his goal, wagging his arms.
So here comes Albert, and the distraction almost worked as Warren went the right way but couldn't reach far enough, and Punjab do get their first goal in the shootout and pull one back.
No, it's a good penalty. It was a really good penalty there from Albert. It showed composure that they didn't show in the first half all second half of these games here so far, but he'll be happy with his penalty. At least that's something to take home and think about.
So next up for Tottenham, Tynan Thompson. Can Spurs make it 3 out of 3 from the penalty spot and really put the pressure on Punjab? Oh, it's fantastic from Thompson. No chance for Deshval in goal, despite going the right way. And Spurs have scored 3 out of 3 now and are in firm control.
Well, I said if anyone deserved a goal, it was Thompson today. And at least he's bagged one in the shootout. He's taken the responsibility to go third, bang in the middle of the shootout, where it could be so pivotal and everything turns on its head. But no, he's managed to keep his team in front here, put all the pressure back onto Kipchen. But it's a great penalty. The first one we've seen really struck with power rather than placement.
So Kipchen to step up now for Punjab, and it's a fantastic penalty.
Yeah, Warren just waited there, perhaps trying to play a couple mind games with the young player from India, but it didn't work, and it was a great penalty. Good left-footed strike from number 10, Kipchen.
So Williams Barnett to put Tottenham 1 kick away from another point after initially picking up the 3 points. And as cool as you like with the finish. The Tottenham players watching on just beneath us were impressed with that, that's for sure. I think everyone was. And Spurs are now just 1 kick away from victory in the shootout.
Well, he took a page out of his Captain Logan's book, because I believe we saw that yesterday. A carbon copy as such, but no, really calm, composed from the spot there. He's grabbed himself an assist, which showed that cool persona that he embodies in the 50 minutes. But no, really good penalty, and it's a horrible one for the goalkeeper to concede.
So Sahil has to score now for Punjab. And he does in style. Warren inches away from making the save, but when it's a penalty as good as that, then it's almost unstoppable.
You took the words right out of my mouth there, Tyler. But yeah, no, brilliant strike from Sahil. He knew exactly what he wanted to do with it as soon as the ball was placed on the spot, and perhaps that's an issue his teammate had at the beginning when hitting it just wide. But yeah, no, did his job from the penalty spot, kept this going 1 kick longer.
So Spurs are 1 kick away from victory in the shootout as he sends the goalkeeper the wrong way.
Warren's still yet to make a save in the shootout as well. And I'm sure he's probably thinking about his teammates' heroics from yesterday, but look, still plenty of time in the shootout. It just takes that 1 kick, that 1 dive, that 1 parry. But it's Deshval who's hoping to be in that position right now and potentially send his team on to win a single point here, because Feeney's got the ball in his hands. But yeah, no, superb strike to keep his team in this from Singh.
So the pressure is on every taker now that we've reached sudden death. Feeney cool under the pressure. And it's advantage Tottenham now in the shootout once more. And Punjab again have to score.
Yeah, each player going for placement, it seems here. When gone for power, it's also worked, but it seems like they feel a bit more comfortable. After all, James did miss with his strong effort that went over the crossbar. But this time, no, Feeney did the job from the spot.
So Dodham, who's found the back of the net in open play in this competition yesterday, he has to find the back of the net here, and he finds the top corner. Another fantastic penalty, and sudden death continues.
Nervy times here, and it's the centre-back for Tottenham, Byfield, stepping up next, but the attention's all on this man, Dodham. He didn't manage to get his goal in the game, but boy, did he get it in this penalty shootout, and every goal in this penalty shootout is so important for what happens in the next kick. So Doden will be really happy with himself there.
Byfield's next, and next to score for Tottenham.
Byfield would also be happy after netting that one. I mean, it's really, really difficult for these players because they looked so tired as well after the game finished at half-time as well. They've all put so much into this match, and it's really disheartening for anyone to lose this after taking it so far into a shootout as well.
So Singh will step up for Punjab. It's the same situation yet again, and this time it's the Tottenham goalkeeper Warren who makes the save, guesses right to down to his left-hand side, and Spurs not only will pick up the 3 points in the game but pick up the extra point in the shootout, meaning that they can still qualify for Sunday's final, and their goalkeeper the hero in sudden death.
Warren had to come up big eventually. He's played alongside Archer for long enough, who showed his specialty at penalty saves, and Warren pulled off a really, really good one. They're really unlucky from Singh. I feel for the man, I think we all do, and his teammates were quick to console him. But a really entertaining penalty shootout overall, and I think everyone enjoyed watching it from a neutral perspective at least. What do you think Punjab FC now are thinking? Both parts of the match are over.
Well, it'll be disappointing. They know they can't make the final now on Sunday. However, they've still got one more match day to try and get some points on the board. And they've got an opportunity really to reflect, to try and improve, and particularly improve defensively as we have a look at Tottenham's goals.
Well, this is what Tottenham are going to reflect on as well, but from a defensive point of view, perhaps you can argue you need to be tighter to your men, and they just allow too much space in the crucial areas where Tottenham just love playing in. These runs were too easy for Spurs to make, and again you're going to see it in the third goal, just like we saw in the first goal for Tottenham. You're not man marking in your box, and that's always going to cause problems. It's never easy, obviously, to keep your eye on your man, but Lehane, and also for the first goal, you had Moncur just holding their lines, just holding their positions. And unfortunately, Punjab were just caught out. So yeah, no, really disappointing, I think, from a defensive point of view for Punjab, who for the majority of the game did so well.
Well, we are going to get some reaction from the two goal scorers, both Lehane and Moncur of Tottenham, as they are currently pitch side waiting to speak to Grant Ibokwe.
All right, guys, I'm pitch side post-Tottenham match. We've got a 3-0 victory for Tottenham plus a penalty shootout victory, and I'm with the two goal scorers, Leshane and Moncur. How are you today?
Yeah, no, I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, I'm all good as well.
Now, after yesterday, you lost to Stellenbosch 1-0. How happy are you to turn that around and get your first victory on the board?
Obviously, I think it's important to get a victory, get the 3 points, and that's what we've done. I think we had a lot of meetings yesterday to think what we can do better, be more attack if we didn't have much shots today, and had to change that today. And we have.
Yeah, it's an important 3 points. We couldn't lose 2 on the bounce because we need to get up in the table, so yeah, it's important.
Yeah. Even though it's pre-season, the Next Gen Cup is a very, very, very competitive cup. How much are you lot looking forward, especially now that you won the penalty shootout? You're still in with a chance of making the final on Sunday.
Obviously, it's important. Every competition is important for us. Like, we want to win everything. We're Tottenham. We're a big club. Everyone wants to come after us, so we just got to prove it every game.
Yeah, like, hopefully we need to make the final. That's what we're aiming for. So yeah.
Speaking quickly about the penalty shootout, you lot took a lot of pressure penalties and you converted a lot well. How much do you lot practice them, and how ready are you to step into that situation where if you need to take a pressure penalty, you will do?
Yeah, in training we practice all the time because everyone can take one, because whoever's playing at the time. So yeah, you got to be ready.
You got to be ready for all situations. You never know. Obviously, in Youth Cup and stuff like that, you got to be able to take a pen. You got to be ready. So we're ready always.
Talk to me a little bit about your goals. Again, didn't score yesterday, but now 3 goals on the board. How did you lot feel? Talk to me a little bit about your goals.
Now, obviously, as a 9, I want to score, and I thought yesterday I was disappointed not to score. So when I got my 2 goals today, I was over the moon, especially coming on as a sub. It just felt good, didn't it?
I saw the ball come back from Samara. It was a bit bobbly, but I took a touch and I just wrapped the top corner. It was a good feeling.
Now, I need you lot to help me with something. From today's game, I need you lot to help me pick a Tottenham Hotspur player of the match. As much as you two will be the front runners as you're the 2 goal scorers, I need you to pick someone else. Who else in your team needs some flowers? Who else do you think Shootout really needs to have their name shouted out today?
I think definitely one of the defenders, both of them, either Elijah Upson or Callum Logan. Top performance, clean sheet, you know, not much more you can do in it. Like, it's top.
Elijah and Logan, big up yourselves because you deserve some shout outs. What about you?
Yeah, same as me. They're solids, nothing through them, so yeah, it's all good.
Get some love for the back line. What more, as a right back, what more can I ask for, man? Guys, very well done. Well done on a 3-0 win, and good luck for the rest of the tournament.
So a brilliant performance from Spurs, not only in the 15 minutes, but in the shootout too. They're victorious in both, picking up 4 points out of 4 today, keeping it well within their reach to make Sunday's final. That's the final score. It's Spurs 3, Punjab 0.